Want to earn an extra day off before the end of the year and help out a family in need at the same time? Our goal is to collect 250 coats so we can share the warmth to needy families in our community. If we as a work family can reach our goal by Christmas, everyone will receive an extra day of vacation that may be used by the end of the year. Did you know that cold weather makes the body work harder, putting stress on the heart to ensure the body stays warm? A 2015 study found up to 31% increase in heart attacks in the coldest months of the year compared to the warmest. Children are unable to regulate their body temperatures as adults do. They can quickly develop hypothermia without protection from the cold. Exposure to cold predisposes people, especially children, to infections like pneumonia. Approximately 200,000 people die each year from the cold. Here are some ways that a warm winter coat can lower a person's risk of getting winter cold or worse. Running about in cold weather or even just walking through layers of snow can trigger your body's temperature and your body to perspire. As the sweat evaporates in the dry air, it can chill you very quickly, and the chill can lower your immune system, making it more likely that you will get sick. Tall adults and children both have more relative skin external surface area and less insulating fat, making these groups especially vulnerable to getting a chill. Exposed skin can become irritated and inflamed when exposed to the cold air. Thin clothing will not offer enough protection from the winter elements. Not only is sore skin uncomfortable, it can also crack and allow bacteria to get in under the surface, leading to infection. Who needs warmth? In Proceedings of the National Academy of Science of the United States of America, some researchers wrote, in general, the lower the temperature, the lower the immune system responds to viruses. In other words, the old wives' tale about wrapping up warm, particularly around the head, to avoid illness may have been right all along. We know that when people spend more time indoors together, bugs spread, says Professor Ron Eccles from the Common Cold Center at Cardiff University. But I don't believe that. That's the only reason for the increase in winter illness. Cold air makes the blood vessels throughout the body, including hundreds of tiny vessels in the nasal cavity, constrict. This reduces the amount of blood which delivers the infection-fighting immune cells flowing into that area. A drop in temperature also slows down the movement of the cilia, tiny hair-like cells in the nasal cavity which transport mucus and the bacteria and viruses it traps out of the nose. Professor Eccles believes there's a good reason for the age-old advice about wrapping up, as our ancestors were much more exposed to the elements than we are today, as they traveled by foot or horse and would have been acutely aware of the effect of cold weather could have on their health. He also advises covers your nose and mouth loosely when going into the cold, especially if you are prone to asthma or chest infections. This warms the air as it is inhaled. Professor Ian Pavard, a specialist in respiratory medicine at Oxford University, says cold air exposure is a common trigger for wheezing and breathlessness in people with asthma due to something called hyperresponsiveness. A child needs to be dressed in winter clothing that will keep them warm and dry. Without proper clothing, the cold weather can cause hypothermia and frostbite quicker than you or your child might realize. Dressing your child in layers, including protective outer gear, is essential to ensuring safe outdoor winter fun for your little one. As temperatures drop in the winter, weather related health problems start to rise. The cold weather brings a number of risks, especially for older adults, says geriatrician Dr. Suzanne Salman, an instructor at Harvard Medical School. Families in poverty struggle to provide basic needs like food, housing, health care, and utilities. The new coats we can provide remind families that our community cares about their well being and their future. A new coat can spark self confidence in a way that secondhand clothing cannot. Share the Warmth coat drive can help students attend school regularly, socialize with their peers, and play outside with pride. It's getting cool outside, so be cool and share the warmth by donating a coat to families in need.